Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be making oxtail with macaroni and cheese and callaloo yellow rice. So we're just going to jump right into the video and start with our seasoning. So of course I have my oxtail, which has been soaked in vinegar and lime and dried off. We have the main ingredients for the oxtail is onions, scotch bonnet pepper, thyme, scallion, red and green bell peppers. So as far as seasonings are concerned, this is what I use, but of course you can always add your own twist to things. So we're going to get into the seasoning in just a few seconds. We're going to be using Sazon, Adobo, some Lawry's. You always want to be careful when you're using Lawry's because it's extremely salty. Accent, some Maggi seasoning, some black pepper, of course, and Gravy Master. Now, I decided to use Gravy Master or I wanted it to be the main focus of the gravy because Gravy Master has more of a sweeter taste to it. So I wanted my oxtails to be a little bit sweeter, not overly sweet like candy, but my oxtail lovers will know what I'm talking about. I also use Grace Browning seasoning, which I only use a dash of. So you just want to mix everything in together and let this sit for about maybe 2 hours. I actually let mine sit overnight and let that marinate. So you just want to get a pot, whatever size pot works for you, depending on the amount of oxtail you're going to be cooking. You want to add some olive oil to the pot, the heated pot, of course. You want to make sure that the bottom of the pot is coated with your oil, olive oil. And I'm going to be adding a teaspoon of brown sugar. So for a few minutes, this is what, maybe seconds, you want to make the brown sugar. You want to heat the brown sugar up so it looks like that. I'm adding the oxtail to the pot, and as you can see, I kind of separated the actual ingredients from the oxtail. The reason why I do it this way is so the onions won't burn. So I just put the oxtail in the pot and just let it simmer for a while, and I'm going to put the lid on and let it cook for about 10 minutes. Just want to give that a toss. So after about 10 minutes, this is what the oxtail looks like. As you can see, it created its own water. So there was no need for me to add water to it in the beginning. But I am going to be using the bowl that I seasoned the oxtail in, and I'm going to add about maybe 3 cups of water to it. And I'm going to be putting the water inside of the pot with the ingredients. Now, oxtail takes a really long time to cook, so although I added, that was maybe about 2 to 3 cups of water, I'm going to be adding more water to the pot just so it can have just enough to cook the actual oxtail. Okay, so everyone knows that when you're doing oxtail, you always want to add some butter beans. Now, it's optional, but I wanted to add it for this time. So I'm using Grace butter beans. So right here, the oxtail is almost done. Of course, where clips are being cut out or whatever, but the oxtail is almost done. So I'm adding the butter beans to it. I think at this point in time, maybe I had about maybe 30 minutes left for the oxtail to be completely finished. So just want to give that a stir, and then you're going to put the lid back on and just let it get soft. So everyone likes their oxtails. Well, I really can't say everyone, but everyone has their preference. I like my oxtails literally falling off of the bone. So right there, it's almost done. And I'm just giving it a stir. And I'm still going to let it cook until, like I said, it's basically falling off the bones. Doesn't that look delicious? Let me tell you, doing voiceovers is not easy. I think next time when I do my videos, I'm going to talk as I cook. Because it's like I'm trying to talk and catch up with the clips at the same time. Okay, so next clip. So we're going to be making some macaroni and cheese. This is the pot that I use to boil the macaroni. So I'm going to be adding just a teaspoon of butter to the pot. It's on, of course. So I made a mixture of evaporated milk, egg. I added some Lawry seasoning to the mixture and black pepper. And you're going to be seeing me add in that mixture to this pot. I'm sorry I didn't record it. Next time when I do a more detailed macaroni and cheese, I'll make sure that I show you guys every single step that I do. So this is the mixture that I'm about to add to the pot. I used oh my God, I'm trying to remember the name of the cheese that I use, and I'm having a brain freeze. Lord, I can't remember the name of the cheese that I used. I'll put the ingredients of everything that I use in the description bar, or description box rather. So right now I'm about to put the cheese inside of the pot and just let it melt. I really cannot believe that I can't remember the cheese that I used. Cracker Barrel. Yes, I used Cracker Barrel cheese. I used I believe sharp and extra sharp. And you're also going to see me put maybe like a handful of mozzarella cheese inside of the mixture as well. Now, everyone does their macaroni and cheese different. I feel like there's no real right or wrong way how to make macaroni and cheese. I've taken some of my friends' ingredients and just, made it my own and put my own spin on it. But like I said, I feel like there's no real or wrong way on how to make macaroni and cheese. It's all about preference. So I don't know what I'm doing in this clip. But I'm just waiting for the cheese to melt. Okay. So the cheese has completely melted. And okay, so what you're seeing me showing you right now is the Maggi cubes. So I used half of the Maggi cubes to add to this mixture. The reason why is it just gives the macaroni and cheese a little bit more flavor. It's totally optional, but I like my macaroni and cheese to actually taste like something. So that's why I added, it's actually a chicken flavored cube, the Maggi cube that I use. And there, that's why I'm adding the handful of mozzarella cheese. So you're just going to give that a stir and let everything melt. It's really optional as far as how long you allow this to cook for. If you want the cheese to be really refined, you probably want to leave it on the stove a little bit longer. But in the next clip, you're gonna see me add in my why am I having so much brain freeze today? You're gonna see me add in the pasta to the cheese. Or the macaroni rather. So you just want to add that, give it a stir. I should have left the sound on this part so you can hear how it sounds. So the next clip, you're going to be seeing me add in the macaroni to a full pan that is greased with butter. The amount of macaroni that you see me using, like, it's a very small amount. That's because it's really just me that's eating this. So of course I didn't want to make an extremely big pan. So it's a really, really small amount. So you're just going to see me coating this with cheese, and I'm going to put this in the oven 350 degrees, and I cooked it for 20 minutes, and then for the last 5 minutes I put it on broil just so the top can have a little bit color to it and make it a little bit brown. Okay. If you guys hear noises in the background, I do live in New York City, so you already know how that goes. So I'm going to be making yellow rice. Now I used as you can see, it's a boiling hot water. And the reason why it's white is because I put a small piece of coconut cream inside of the water. I used the Goya pack of yellow rice. Now, whatever yellow rice, if you want to make it from scratch, it is totally up to you. I took the easy way out and I used a box rice. So I'm going to be adding a few spoons of Callaloo to this rice. The Callaloo brand that I use, I honestly do not remember. And I washed the can before I even opened it. So the label peeled off and then it just ripped off. So that's why I couldn't even tell you guys what brand I use, because it's not a brand that I normally would use. But the brand that I normally use, I will put it in the description box if you guys are interested. So I added the callaloo earlier on to my mixture instead of waiting until the rice is almost cooked, because I kind of wanted it to soak up the seasoning of the rice. So it's a lot of water inside of this pot. I actually took some out, but I did it off camera. So this is the oxtail. It is all done and ready to be eaten. All right, guys, so we are all done. You have your oxtail. I made some fried plantain, and they're great macaroni and cheese, looking so delicious. And there goes your Callaloo yellow rice. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. For more videos, please don't forget to rate and subscribe. Make sure you give me a thumbs up so I can, know that you guys are feeling these videos. Thank you.